How you feeling?
I feel great. It's a good opportunity to be back home, and it's typical chaos that when you take over a new position. Ohio State's a great place, but it's going good. I like my quarterback, which is key in the style of offense we're going to run, but I love it so far.
Have you managed, I know there's so much been made about you finding the proper balance in that job. Have you managed to do it so far, you feel like?
I think so much of that was overblown, and probably by me and probably by everything that happened. But I know one thing. I'm not. I say this now, but because there hasn't been any speed bumps, like losses. But yeah, I'm gonna make sure I manage those situations much better.
What is it like being back there now after having been there as as a younger coach, and I'm sure kind of looking at it for so long as, boy, that's the place I want to be.
Well, I grew up there, and so one of the cool things is that the high school coaches in the state are guys I either played with. I've known it for 20 years, and so it's, I walk into high school and I either played with someone there, I went to school with them, I knew them, I knew their uncle, so it's Ohio's a very connected state, and so it's that to me has been the neatest thing about going back home. Not just that's Ohio State. But it seems like I know everybody in that darn state. And my two sisters, I lost my dad 3 months ago, but my two sisters are an hour and a half away, and I get to see my nieces, nephews, and all that stuff.
That's cool. So when you go into the gym and they all know you, is it good or bad? I mean, are they still mad that you
No,
beat
it's
them
all
in
good.
basketball?
There's a couple. First of all, I never beat anybody in basketball.
All right, baseball, football, anything?
No, it's been all good. I mean, I think they're like anything. I think Utah would love to have a Utah guy. I think Florida likes a Florida guy, and Ohio likes an Ohio guy. And you can't help it. You can't help that. And I think there's a lot of positive momentum right now.
I was thinking about wearing a big blue shirt just to kind of rile the cage a little bit. Couldn't find
Sure,
one.
that would do it.
How you feel like your reception's been there? I've read some things that some people in the league felt like he kind of rattled some cages early.
Yeah, I think that was overblown. I think some comments were made that at the end of the day, whoever made those comments would probably wish they hadn't. But I mean, it got cleared up real fast. Everybody gets along, and our commissioner is fantastic, and that was over. And I think I made some comments that I probably wish I hadn't. So I think that it's all over and it's all positive right now.
We appreciate when you do stuff like that.
Oh, I know. You guys love it.
Makes it
And I've
easier.
done it before. I think for you, too.
God bless you. I've always appreciated that. Are you getting a chance
You
to
and
stop?
Linda, right?
Linda was there. Yeah, Dirk.
Yeah,
Are you getting a chance to go see Kyle in the game? Or
I'm going to have dinner with Cal tonight. I'm going to see Chris Hill tomorrow. I saw my friend Eric Jacobson a minute ago.
Oh, yeah.
And Shelly's on the ski slopes. My son's here taking lessons. We're going to do this every year.
Really?
We're coming back here. When I was flying into and saw the snow-capped mountains and Salt Lake City Airport, I just couldn't wait. We're going to do this every year.
Do you ski?
Not really, but I'm going to go up tomorrow just so I can watch him.
You're not going to try?
I'm going to try, but it's not really skiing. It's kind of flopping around.
I know what that's like. Jerry, you got me?
Really, the only other thing, Coach, obviously, we talked about going to Ohio State for your dream job. Maybe not, though, the dream situation, taking over after what happened with Jim Tressel. Have things gone as smoothly as you could have hoped to this point?
Well, about 2 weeks into, we took the frontal blow when they said you can't go to a bowl game, and that put us in about a 2 to 3 week panic situation recruiting. I started worrying about losing seniors. It's kind of uncharted waters. I've never been in that situation, and so all the homework I did, which was a lot before I accepted the position, and the conversations I had, I didn't think they'd do it. But you know what? I'm an NCAA fan. I'm an NCAA. I want them to increase the penalties, make them more difficult, and make it more. If someone's going to break a rule, I want everybody to know that there's going to be major penalties. So I support it 100%. We're going to move forward, and I'm not sure how we're going to handle the season other than just go try to win every game we play.
I remember you saying that you didn't think they would come down with that ultimate penalty on you, but what are you going to do? How has it been received on the recruiting trail?
It was bad it was bad for about 2 weeks, and then I think we did a good job. Our staff did, and I did as far as we went. That was the first part of our conversation. It wasn't we wait till our rival or our other school recruiting this kid just beat it to death. So we jumped right in the middle of it, told everybody what was going on. Because, rumors just start going crazy. You guys aren't going to go to a bowl game for 3 years. You lose 10 scholars. No, none of that. Here's what it is. Here's how we're going to deal with it and move forward. And we finished pretty good.
And the only other question I have, Coach, is how do you find time to do it all? How do you find time to be here right now with everything that you've got going on in
I
Columbus?
think I'm going to start, and there's some people really important in my life, and that's my wife and my children, and they said they want to do this. I wanted to do it, but I probably wouldn't have done this in the past, but I'm going to do stuff like this. If my daughter's, I'm going to go next week. I'm taking, we have spring break, not next week, the week after, and I'm going to go pick up my daughter and Nikki in Atlanta. We're going to go fly to Naples together, so I'm going to do as much stuff as I can.
Naples, I presume you mean Italy and not Florida.
No, Florida.
Oh,
To see my other daughter
Okay.
who's in Florida Gulf Coast.
that
Gigi.
would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's the family doing? All
They're
the
awesome.
Kids great?
I believe Nikki's going to be a senior.
No. How's your son's curveball?
Son's curveball's good.
Yeah.
Get a little better. Finally. My gosh, it took a while. But he's doing awesome.
Yeah. How many of these things you do? Have you done? You do a lot?
I did last year when I was not coaching. I
Yeah.
did a ton of them. But no, I don't think any. I think 2 or 3 now a year.
What do you have to say to business people?
Team building and leadership, and have some fun and tell some good Utah stories.
You got some of those, right?
Yeah.
Is it intimidating for you? Would be hard pressed to imagine that it is.
What's that?
You know, standing up in front of corporate people. It's not really a football atmosphere.
It used to be, but I've done it quite a bit. So
Yeah.
it depends if the crowd understands football and has a sense of humor and all that. But I walked into one last year in Boston,
Yeah.
and I come walking and sit down. No one says a word to me. I can tell no one likes football. They don't want to be there. I stand up in front of the room, and the first 30 rows are open. You can tell they just want to get the heck out of there. And that was awful. And I did an awful job because I didn't want to be there, and they didn't want to be there.
Yeah, it comes
But if
through.
they're into it, I mean,
Yeah.
there's some Utes and some Cougars here. We'll have some fun and tell some good stories.
Who do you think the Eat's going to be this year?
Great. I'm glad Ryan Johnson is the coordinator. I talked to Kyle. I'm going to talk to Kyle tonight, but he's real positive. I thought
Good
they
kid.
did awesome first time. Came close to representing the South.
But you know what? If that kick goes the other way at the end of the USC game, a few things are different.
Well,
But
USC looks like they're coming back strong. Though.
they're
The
tough.
quarterback's back.
They're tough. They're loaded. How closely can you pay attention to Pac-12 when you're out? I mean, a couple time zones away and working on your own stuff.
None at all.
Sure.
Yeah. ESPN last year I did a little bit,
Right.
but no, none at all. I keep track of the Utes because I'll talk to Kyle.
Yeah.
We talk quite often.
How did you like the ESPN thing?
Loved it.
Yeah. Do that again? I mean, someday.
Someday.
Yeah.
Yeah.